Darkness enveloped the small town, leaving behind faint threads of light, seeping through the windows of the isolated houses. At the threshold of one such home, the Saeed family stood, their hearts pounding with a mix of excitement and trepidation. The time had come for them to move into their new abode, an old manor built decades ago, sold at a bargain price during a time of scarce resources. It was only a few days before Lynn, the eldest daughter, began to feel a growing unease in her sixth sense, a strange sensation of being watched from every shadowy corner. One night as Lynn slept, the silence of the room was shattered by the sound of breaking glass. Her limbs trembled, and she slowly opened her eyes to see a transparent figure passing before her, like a ghost. She screamed in terror and rushed to her room, leaving behind a fear she had never known before. The events grew increasingly bizarre as the days went by. Faint whispers in her ear, chilling touches in the darkness, and doors opening and closing on their own. Lynn tried to dismiss these phenomena, convincing herself that they were mere figments of her imagination, a result of the stress of moving to a new home. But her intuition soon proved otherwise. One day, while exploring the house out of curiosity, Lynn's attention was drawn to an old, dusty door on the lower floor. It appeared untouched for decades. Pushing it open slowly, a chilling creak echoed, revealing a dark staircase leading down to the basement. A sense of dread overcame her, but her curiosity propelled her to descend. In the basement, the darkness reigned supreme, and only the light from her phone guided her way. Suddenly, something caught her eye in the corner of the basement. Approaching cautiously, she noticed scattered skeletal remains on the ground. Directly above them, she observed a stone platform with a single, solitary skeletal frame, as if it were the leader of the others. In the center of its chest, Lynn noticed an empty space, as if something had been placed there and then removed. Lynn recalled the stories she had read about ghosts and malevolent spirits, and how some could not find peace until their remains or belongings were restored. She connected the skeletal remains in the basement to the strange events plaguing her family's new home. Could these spirits be the source of the terrifying phenomena? A chill of fear ran through Lynn, but at the same time, she felt a surge of determination. She decided to unravel the mystery of the haunted house, to break the curse of the malevolent spirits, and to shatter the bonds of fear that held her family captive. Lynn embarked on a perilous journey to find the missing piece, relying on her intelligence and courage. Throughout her quest, she faced numerous dangers. Ghosts pursued her in every dark corner of the house, their terrifying sounds echoing in her ears. Despite repeated attempts to escape, she found herself trapped, tears of fear and despair trailing behind her. Undeterred, Lynn sought help from her family, but they dismissed her claims, believing her experiences were mere hallucinations born of fear. Only her compassionate grandmother lent a listening ear, encouraging her to persist in her search. At times, Lynn despaired, contemplating abandoning everything, yet her sense of responsibility toward her family and her determination to free them from the prison of fear kept her going. She pressed on, determined to break the shackles of malevolent spirits. One day, while exploring the old library in her home, Lynn stumbled upon a dusty, ancient book. Slowly flipping through its yellowed pages, she noticed a peculiar drawing and eerie depiction of a skeletal structure in the basement, alongside a mysterious piece resembling what she sought. Realization dawned. The missing piece was in the basement, eluding her during previous visits. Armed with the drawing and a torch, Lynn hurried back to the cellar. She meticulously searched every nook and cranny, following the instructions outlined in the drawing. Despite encountering more ghosts, she refused to give up. Finally, after hours of relentless searching, Lynn discovered the elusive piece hidden within a crevice in the wall. Her joy knew no bounds, yet she hesitated to place the piece in its designated spot. She knew malevolent spirits wouldn't surrender easily. Waiting until darkness enveloped the basement, she cautiously carried the piece and confronted the ghosts in a decisive battle. The fight was fierce, but Lynn's determination prevailed. She shouted aloud, reciting words of solace and forgiveness from the ancient book. Suddenly, the entire basement trembled, and the ghosts vanished into thin air, leaving an eerie silence behind. Lynn carefully placed the piece within the skeletal structure's chest. In an instant, the basement flooded with brilliant light, and the skeletal frame quaked before collapsing into smaller fragments. Lynn felt immense relief. She had successfully liberated her home from the clutches of malevolent spirits. Returning to her family, Lynn carried a sense of triumph and happiness in her heart. Though initially skeptical, they soon noticed the strange occurrences dissipate, replaced by a newfound tranquility. Lynn became a heroine in her family's eyes, a symbol of courage and unwavering resolve. She resumed her life, forever free from the ghost's haunting grip. Lynn pursued her studies, achieved her dreams, and lived a contented life filled with love and peace.